take a step back with Giannis's decision looming.
Now here's Giannis. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
He's going right at the defense is Giannis right now, and energy just boundless in this game.
Simmons on the wing, guarded by Bledsoe. Shot clock at 5. Outside, Simmons. From deep. Rebound, Milwaukee. The drive by Booker and the dunk by Booker.
Booker to the cup with confidence. Feels like he can beat anybody off the dribble right now.
Richardson kicks to Simmons. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. 6 on the shot clock. The kick out to Young. Here's Richardson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It goes on Devin Booker.
Remember Josh Richardson, a second-round pick. He has come a long way in this league in a short time. A great athlete who shoots it well and enjoys playing the D.
Shoot 2. That's good from Richardson. The starting gate, opening night in the NBA, Brent. What are you most looking forward to?
I just like to see who it is that, in terms of their competitive spirit right now, is coming out of training camp hungry. Let's see in the next couple weeks which team jumps out and which coaching staffs have done a great job preparing their team coming out of camp. Now, we know that teams can fall off, Kevin. The talent will catch up. Other veteran teams may get themselves back into a rhythm. But coming out of training camp, how much more together are teams, and teams that have made changes, what are they playing like?
What's their chemistry?
Let's find out how they're going to play this year. I'll be honest, I thought there's no way that he's missing that close. That's a bunny. Give it up for the aggressive defense, Kevin.
Gobert, the pass to Simmons. Here's Osman. No good. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. Here's Oubre. And the layup's good off the glass.
I could see that contact really didn't bother Oubre Jr. on that possession.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Bledsoe against Simmons. Oh, and the jam by Ben Simmons.
You can't let Simmons get going off of these dunks. His confidence just soars when he slams it down like that.
Here's Lopez from the arc. And Simmons with the rebound. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. At the elbow, it's Gobert. Young finds Richardson. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
So far, the team just 1 of 5, and that rim shrinking.
Bledsoe outside. Booker against Richardson. Elbow shot is on the way. And he gets the jumper to drop.
Such a creative scorer as Devin Booker. Look at him just checking out the options and scoring that time.
Richardson outside. Back to Simmons. 4 on the clock. Over onto the Kumbo. 76ers with the new shot clock. And it's sent back by Lopez.
Oh, that's out of there. Not a high riser, but Lopez using his frame. A smart block, if you will.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Great idea to get your secondary scorers involved early. This helps keep everybody engaged.
Yeah, and he's so from there, but when he's hitting from deep, it's a big confidence builder.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
And you look back at that 2013 draft, just call it the year of the sleeper Euros. Giannis Antetokounmpo taken 15th, and this guy, Rudy Gobert, selected with the 27th pick.
Now, here's Oubre after Ben Simmons' miss. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. The pass to Booker. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Booker's got 6. And, you know, Greg, hindsight always being 20/20. But Greek Freak and Gobert probably go first and second in that 2013 draft.
Yeah, and Steven Adams probably top 4. The common thread, all of them play a hard-nosed style, not something that's always associated with foreign-born players, but they're erasing that perception, trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Well, they can't find the net right now, and all they need, I think, is just to get one to go, get back on track.
And the 76ers with a completely new group now. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Lopez. Williams comes in for Antetokounmpo. Matthews, he's checked in for Kelly Oubre. And George Hill's subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. Now, here is Robinson. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Detroit from outside the arc. He can't get it to go. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. Takes the 13-footer and another basket for Milwaukee.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Here's Korkmaz, defended by Booker. Burks looking around. Robinson for 3. It's hauled in by Ilyasova. And it's Milwaukee's ball. They're on a 15-6 run. Outside Robinson. Pass to Burks. 1:41 left to play in the first quarter. And so Booker will bring it up for Milwaukee. To the paint. Here's Williams. And it's slammed in by Williams.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
Now, here is Robinson. He's still scoreless so far in this one. There's Noel. No good with the triple.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Good on the shot. Timeout. And the Bucks lead by 13.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Well, how good have they been on the inside tonight, just getting down into the painted area and just dominating, controlling that spot.
And the 76ers call time here. Well, Ersan Ilyasova, a bit of a journeyman in the NBA, Greg, the last handful of seasons.
Good motor on the glass, and he can chip in for a 20-point game every so often.
Pass to Robinson. There's 47 seconds left here in the first quarter. Noel passes to Robinson. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Count it.
This is where a big chunk of the points for John Henson come from. Outside of offensive rebounding, he gets it done on the pick and roll.
Now here's Booker. He's got 8. Hill with it. And Burks picks him up defensively. Here's Booker. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Burks against Hill. Now here's Burks. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. From deep 3-point range, and the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's Devin Booker making highlights for Milwaukee. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And we'll be right back after this. there are a lot of letters that go into the spelling of Giannis Antetokounmpo's last name. He helped set the record straight of how you pronounce it.
The Nigerian way, you gotta say it with a D, so it's Antetokounmpo.
Seems easy enough, right?
I guess so. I think a lot of people are going to stick with Giannis or the Greek Freak.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And for the Bucks here, they've been putting a show on, guys.
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So on the floor for Philadelphia, Robinson is out there with John Henson. Then it's Noel. Then there's Alec Burks. And it's Korkmaz in at the shooting guard position. Now here's Burks, following the miss by Wesley Matthews. Burks can't get it to go.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded. Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Always a good sign of maturity and steps forward when you can take this kind of effort, focus, and concentration on the road to get a win.
Oh, he had him spinning. He looks like he's dizzy after that crossover.
Booker outside. Hill against Burks. To the inside. And stolen by Noel. Robinson down low. Working on Booker. Robinson misses. Bucks leading by 13. Passes it to Booker. Lets it go from deep. And it's Noel with the rebound. They can use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket. My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. And the pass to Matthews. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Here's Hill. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Yeah, that time just picking the defense apart. Hill so dangerous in that string roll set.
And Philadelphia calls time here. Brent, if you were building an offensive system from scratch, what would be your favorite style of play?
I would really tend to lean on three guards that could handle the basketball, Kevin. Guys who can initiate plays from all over the floor and really look to find players that are smart about playing off the ball. You've combined three of those guys with the skill set, so one has it and the other two are maneuvering around. They're going to cause so much commotion. They're going to cause so many breakdowns defensively within a possession that a multitude of playmaking players, that would be tremendous. And
tough
all of those
defend,
guys,
right? I mean,
yeah, but all those guys too, Kevin, on top of that, if we talked about their physical nature and stature, I would want guys that are 6'6", 6'7", and long, because when you get back to the other end, you want them to be able to coordinate and take up enough room defensively to cause some problems. But man, three guards, three long guards, and this is something that Phil Jackson relied on during the years when they won championships in Chicago. He always looked for long guards. Aside from Jordan and Pippen, there was the Ron Harpers of the world that helped accentuate what they could do on the perimeter.
So both teams making some changes here. Richardson, that's a two-pointer. Nice shot from the wing.
Well, that's a needle in the haystack shot right there. You're not going to hit that one all that often.
Bledsoe passes to Lopez. Back to Bledsoe. He doesn't hit that one. Good defensive work there by Young. Trying to get open is Lopez. Antetokounmpo can't get it to go. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and two shots coming up. That one on Hill.
And this summer, a 5-year, $170 million max contract extension for Ben Simmons. The Sixers didn't want to give him any cause to look elsewhere. A great talent, but the hope with that kind of money is that he'll develop that jump shot.
And the Bucks making a change here. Lopez is checked in. Antetokounmpo finds Bledsoe. Simmons with the defensive effort.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Following the score by Josh Richardson. A nice shot there by Antetokounmpo. And the Bucks lead by 10.
Well, playmaking and scoring, that's what Giannis is up to here tonight.
And here is Simmons. Here's Young. Bledsoe with the rebound.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
And Giannis gets it to go. Here's Richardson. He's got 6. Pass to Simmons. Now Gobert. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Gobert's got his first basket of the night.
And with off-the-charts awareness, Simmons makes plays that others simply don't see.
From 18 feet away, Antetokounmpo, no good.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Of all the action happening there, Kevin, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Now here is Hill. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Over Young. Trying to get open is Lopez. Again, Giannis missing. Here's Osman. This is it to Simmons. Richardson outside. A three-pointer, no good. Young with the steal. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Antetokounmpo's got 5 rebounds tonight. Oubre kicks to Antetokounmpo. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Teammates right now covering up for the type of off performance he's having. In terms of scoring, this has not been his best night.
Now here's Gobert. Coming in off a 10-point game his last outing. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It goes on Eric Bledsoe. The 76ers have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4. That one is off. Milwaukee making a switch here. Williams has checked in. He hits the second from the line. The defensive rules were different when you played, Brent. For example, the elimination of the hand check.
Hand checking was huge because great defensive guards like a Derek Harper or a Mookie Blaylock can get their forearm on you and basically move you around rather than you trying to get where you want to go. And the other thing, Kevin, that they did was they didn't allow you to have the time in the free throw line. You have a 2.9 before an illegal defense. It used to be a game really of 2 stars on one side of the floor operating, and the rest of the guys sort of shoveled up in the corner on the other side. All those things have changed with the way the league is going.
For the better.
Oh, I think so. The freedom of movement, fluidity of the athletes. It's definitely a better game in terms of the movement.
And here's Giannis. Thaddeus Young getting it to go from deep. Here's Antetokounmpo, and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Giannis bringing it down, using that sensational length to get that finish.
Simmons passes to Young. 1:06 left in the first half. And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That is his first foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Noel's checked in for the 76ers. Alec Burks comes in for Jetty Austin. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Matthews, he's checked in for Hill. The drive by Simmons. Count that one. Simmons got 5.
Can't shake him. He is very used to getting hit. Even with contact, he can finish strong.
No good from Bledsoe.
Give him a little credit. Take some guts to keep shooting if you're struggling this bad. It's getting a little bit ugly right now.
And Simmons kicks to Richardson. And it's Simmons penetrating. And Simmons slams it in.
I like seeing Josh Richardson distribute the ball, especially when his teammates are wide open. That makes for an easy pass.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Giannis inside. Defended by Gobert. And that one's good by Giannis.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
Bledsoe against Richardson. Burks on the wing from downtown. There's Noel. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Milwaukee with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Coach, you guys have been able to limit their scoring. How have you done that?
Well, I think our activity, hopefully in the pick and rolls, is making it difficult on them, contesting every shot, denying just our activity in general.
High hands and quick feet. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. A tremendous game we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 12 points and 5 rebounds. He has bounced back nicely from what was a tough night for him in their last game. Judging by that first half, he's back to his old self again. Kenny, your thoughts on the Bucks' first half?
Well, I like that they're aggressively going to the rack. That establishes an attitude, a certain toughness. They just need to stay committed to their game plan.
Shaq, what'd you think about Philadelphia?
Ernie, they're taking way too many threes. The offense has no rhythm. They need to go back to the drawing board. Maybe try to get a little bit more transition, more off the pick and roll. Anything other than shooting that three. It's not going.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. You look at Antetokounmpo really making a difference here.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure Coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Setting the floor for the Bucks. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Bledsoe is out there with Devin Booker, and it's Oubre in at the 3 spot.
And when Simmons is inside, forget about it. He uses his skill and smarts to take advantage.
Booker against Richardson. Now here's Lopez. He's tightly guarded. Shot's good by Bledsoe.
Bledsoe knows he's got the green light there to just rise up and shoot it. He did it there.
And whether or not he's making shots, you have to love what Kelly Oubre brings on defense.
Yeah, the versatility on the defensive end, maybe to a point, Kevin, where he can guard the 1 through 4 position, has this coaching staff excited.
Now here's Antetokounmpo following the miss by Josh Richardson. Another shot, and he sinks the layup. And it's a 9-point Bucks lead.
Giannis right now getting hard work done on the inside to get some extra possession.
The pass to Simmons. From down in the low post, it goes. Simmons got 11 points.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Here's Antetokounmpo. No good on the shot. Gobert with the defensive effort. Here's Richardson. So it's Richardson with the jam.
I like to see Josh Richardson showing you he can get up and rattle the rim a little bit.
Milwaukee leading by 5. Bledsoe passes to Antetokounmpo. Oubre bounce pass with 3. Booker. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. The 76ers have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the hand. And Young slams it home.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling.
Just so fast. I mean, it's like trying to stop a train when he's coming in for the slam.
Osman kicks to Simmons. Young taking his time here. Clock at 6. In the corner, Simmons with it. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. He's got 13.
Just a much smaller defender on him. He does the exact thing at the right moment. Goes straight to the rim.
Lopez dishes to Booker. And the 3 off target. The 76ers trail by 3. Osman the pass to Simmons. To the middle. Here's Young. And it's slammed in by Young.
Beautiful job closing the gap here. Let's see if they can sustain this run.
Well, they've shown both effort and will to get back into this one, but can they finish this one off? Can't let up now.
Here's Booker. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
And Booker does not lack confidence when it comes to his ball handling. Wow, sensational there.
And Philadelphia calls time here. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
The 76ers will go for a different look here. Noel's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Henson comes in for Young. Robinson's checked in for Jetty Osman. And it's Korkmaz in for Josh Richardson. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Lopez, he's checked in for Lopez. Ilyasova comes in for Antetokounmpo. Matthews, he's checked in for Oubre. And George Hill's subbed in for Eric Bledsoe.
Well, Booker's bringing some energy to this one. Always a threat to leak out and score in the open floor.
Here's Simmons. The 76ers again can't hit it. Enzo Booker will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. And Matthews gets it to go.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Hill against Simmons. Pass to Henson. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Henson's got his 2nd basket of the game.
That's a pretty good move. Henson, I'll tell you what, being assertive when he has the ball like that, that's another dimension to the offense on the inside that they could use.
And no good that time. The 76ers trail by 5. Outside Robinson. Pass to Korkmaz. Here's Henson. Comes up empty from 19 feet out.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. The D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that kind of range.
And the basket by Hill.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
76ers have gone 7 of 10 on their field goal attempts here in the 3rd. Simmons on the wing. He's guarded by Hill. And Noel throws it down.
And Simmons is just so intelligent in these screen and rolls. A fantastic decision maker.
Here's Booker. And Henson pulls it down.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Yes, that goes in.
And now they're shooting it pretty well. That was not something we would have said in that first half.
Hill finds Lopez. Here's Booker. He's covered by Noel. And Henson sends it back.
Henson's an explosive leaper and really active on that play.
Let's try to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months. The scope of that for Young.
Defensively, he's really stepped it up over the past few months. You can see the jump in his steal numbers, and it hasn't been by accident. He's put in a ton of effort at the defensive end, and boy, is it paying off.
Alec Burks checked in for the 76ers. Williams, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Passes it to Robinson. Back to Korkmaz. Down low. Good D by Lopez.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
It's good. 16 points for Devin Booker.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
And there's the pass to Korkmaz. Burks against Hill. Pass to Robinson. It's hauled in by Ilyasova.
It wouldn't surprise me to see him find his touch and still be a factor. Don't count them out yet.
And the basket by Hill.
Well, George Hill making me get out a box of tissues. Sweet teardrop there.
The 76ers trail by 9. Burks with it. To the left side wing. Robinson for 3. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. A terrific tempo and a great pace. The fast break has been a central part of their offense. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Moments ago from the huddle, let's listen to Coach Brett Brown.
Take everything you got.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Bucks leading by 9. Josh Richardson out there with Alec Burks. Then it's John Henson. And there's Nerlens Noel. And it's Korkmaz in at the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia.
Like to see George Hill distribute to his teammates a heads-up play there.
Pass to Burks. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
The first free throw is good. Gobert, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Young comes in for Henson. The Bucks also with the sub. Lopez is checked in.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
No good from Bledsoe.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Here's Korkmaz. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Kelly Oubre. And the first one at the line is good. And he makes both free throws.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Passes to Williams. Oubre with it for 3. Korkmaz grabs the miss.
The D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why still. I expect him to make one of those.
Now here's Gobert. And that one, good.
Man, that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
Well, I hope there's one player on that team out there that has interest in winning this game. Right now, it doesn't look to be one.
Here's Bledsoe. The 3. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Gobert's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Bledsoe against Richardson. Over Oubre, and the shot is good. The Bucks lead has been cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Richardson.
Well, they left it until the fourth quarter, but finally the run they needed to get back into this one.
Finally got themselves in the trenches. Momentum completely shifted now. We've got a tight one here in the final period.
Now here's Bledsoe. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Gobert with the defensive effort.
Kind of rare to see any player have this much of a struggle from the field. To still have the lead shows how resilient they are as a complete team.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Timeout called, the Bucks.
Giving up a run here. Can they turn it around?
Hard to say right now. At this point, I've seen the coaches run through 2 or 3 iterations of defense. Is there a fourth? I'm not sure.
Cedi Osman, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Milwaukee. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Hey, guys, I was able to listen to what Mike Budenholzer told his team during that timeout. His concern was both their inconsistency and their amount of three-point shots. He said, let's move the ball for good shots. If you have an open three, take it. Otherwise, let's attack the rim and put some pressure on these guys. Kevin?
And here's Burks. Following the 3 from Brook Lopez. Here's Richardson. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
Well, not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Lopez, the putback, and Hill is right there. And the Bucks lead by 4.
George Hill using his arms there to keep that possession alive.
Burks kicks to Young. Tipped away. Lets a floater go. How'd they get it back? Tries again. And too long on the shot.
That might not be the shot they want him taking, even with the D backing off.
Oubre outside. Now the pass to Hill. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Yeah, the length of George Hill can create some problems for some defenders. Sometimes they're forced to foul him. They did there.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Well, he's not a locked-in starter these days, but Brent, George Hill can be effective off the bench.
Comes in at the 1 or the 2 guard position, could guard the 1 through 3 positions, and because of George Hill and his massive amount of playoff experience, there's a lot of confidence in the coaching staff to get George out on the floor, and then he's going to make the right play at the right time.
Well, George Hill, the veteran guard, doesn't produce at the volume he once did. Still, he brings a lot of value to a team.
Now, here's Richardson. And the rejection by Giannis. For the 3, and it's Hill. That time the assist from Eric Bledsoe. Bledsoe's got 3 assists tonight.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the 3-point line.
Now, here is Young. Back to Simmons. Here's Osman. Another miss by Philadelphia. And for Hill, Greg, he's a great veteran leader who brings value to a playoff-bound team.
You know, Hill has a game that is effective even when he's not scoring. His leadership and defense will make him a welcome addition to any roster, even as his numbers fade.
Booker, he's checked in for the Bucks. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing, defended by Young. 6 to shoot. They get it back. The 76ers trail by 9. Osman, the pass to Richardson. He kicks it to Gobert. But blocked by Simmons. And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And Milwaukee gets called for the foul.
And when Simmons is taking it strong to the cup, he's looking for a foul. Love this guy's aggressive.
That free throw, no good. No good at the stripe this time. His second misses also. Here's Milwaukee now. Big stretch here going 10-2. And Giannis throws it down.
Every night there's something that Giannis does on the floor where you just have to put your hands on your head. Wow, what a move.
And Philadelphia calls time here. You look at Antetokounmpo really making a difference here.
Well, I hope this one is not to draw up a play, but to think about how they're going to defend that man. He's putting up some major numbers.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And the shooting percentage, how about all the way in the 60s, shows how deadly he can be when he's feeling it. And as locked in as he was, they were trying to feed him as much as possible. But he never got out of control. He kept his head and just stayed patient.
And as the star of this team, he knows he's going to be the object of the crowd's anger.
And how about the connection Simmons has with his guys? Once the lob is on its way, you know he's going to finish in style.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. And the dunk by Giannis.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that? Well, it's one thing to play good defense, but then to alter the shot and get the rebound, that's a good day's work.
Takes it off the glass. Giannis has got 6 in the quarter.
This guy upping his scoring average every year. Tonight's effort is only going to increase the chances of Giannis to do that again maybe this season.
Now here's Richardson. Rebound by Brook Lopez.
Defense better tighten up on the mid-range. They're much, much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Bucks.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
It looked like a couple times they might be wearing him down, but not the case. At the offensive end, he was just devastating.
Now here's Lopez. No good from 18. Now Richardson. And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Eric Bledsoe. Eric, a strong performance tonight. What's been the difference?
We're getting out of transition, trying to get defensive stops. And everybody's just playing their game.
And it showed tonight, Eric. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David. Great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. And we'll see you next time. dotted every I and crossed every T. David, thank you. And a look here at the scoring trend over the last several months for Wiggins.
Look, sometimes you go up, sometimes down, and the trend has been on the downward side in terms of his average points per game. And a variety of factors can be the culprit. And a lot of times you focus on the efficiency more than just pure point output.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Walker and Smart, the guards. Paul Millsap out there with Tatum. And it's Cantor in at the center position. And for the Hornets, Robinson is out there with Russell Westbrook. And there's Bismack Biyombo. Then it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Hachimura in at the power forward. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Walker with the 3. And so Westbrook will bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. They're looking for a little bit of redemption in this one after the loss to them here last time.
Well, if they want to avoid the outcome of that first meeting, they'll need to be stronger on the glass. They were completely outmatched in the last one.
Well, you have to believe the coaching staff made that a point of emphasis. Better aggressiveness, better intensity on the backboards.
Now here's Tatum following the miss by Russell Westbrook. Over Westbrook. Tatum's shot is off.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Moves on moves. That's Jason Tatum.
I mean, this guy's a natural isolation scorer. Jab steps, crossovers, turnarounds, fadeaways. He's got an awful lot in his bag.
Walker finds Tatum. Nice ball movement by Boston. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on Caldwell-Pope. Guys, you talk about players coming in and with a huge impact. Jason Tatum showed he was more than ready to be an NBA star.
Rare do you see a player as polished and as impactful as Tatum. Stepped right in to be one of the top players on a top team with Boston. Fits their system perfectly, and really the sky is the limit for that young man.
Both good from the line that time.
In the city of Boston, 12 championships since 2000, 6 in football, 4 in baseball, and 1 apiece in hockey and basketball.
Greg, you'd have to say Boston has become the sports capital of the country. The fans are knowledgeable, they're passionate, and they are justifiably proud.
Westbrook. Here's Biyombo. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Don't you love the activity of Bismack Biyombo? Stay alert, stay engaged, and draw the foul.
And the Charlotte franchise has been stuck in the middle for so long with Kemba Walker leaving this summer in free agency. Greg, is it time for them to hit the reset button?
A rebuild does seem in order. I'm not sure they have the stomach for it, but they need to tear it down to the studs and start over.
Second chance shot, and scoring with the play inside is Cantor.
I love the hustle and the heart with which Enes Kanter plays. This guy is a terror on the offensive glass.
Near the three-point line, it's Westbrook, and misses it off the right side of the rim.
Yet another miss, just 1 for 5, not exactly an ideal start.
Nice shot by Smart.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack, and where's the help defensively?
To me, Greg, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
And a fast break now for the Hornets.
And the instincts there from Hachimura. Notice the overcommitment by the defense and then makes the right pass.
And Walker kicks to Tatum. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Hachimura the pass to Westbrook. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way. While there's a break in the action, let's take a look at the players who had the most steals in the league last season. 4th, Russell Westbrook.
He showed such tremendous defensive instincts. Trust me, nobody wanted him guarding them last year.
Stolen by Caldwell-Pope. Goes up, throws down the breakaway jam.
The quick feet and hands of Caldwell-Pope paying dividends at the defensive end.
Walker the pass to Tatum. the run. That's Biombo with the rebound. Kicks to Robinson. Outside Westbrook. Jacks up a three. And Boston with the rebound. Outside, Smart. Feeds it to Millsap. And the basket is good.
Oh, Kevin, don't you love how unselfish Marcus Smart is? Sees the open man, whips the pass over in just the right amount of space.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hornets.
Very rare for players to be elite defenders from the moment they set foot in the NBA, but that was the case for Marcus Smart. A tremendous physicality to go with a pit bull disposition has made him downright scary at times at that end of the floor.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hornets. Hayes, he's checked in for Biombo. Green comes in for Hachimura. Martin's checked in for Robinson. And it's Ryan Arcidiacono in for Russell Westbrook. Celtics trail by 3. You know, Greg, defense are given for Marcus Smart. The growth necessary for him has been at the offensive end.
And now, finally making progress as a three-point shooter. Had already made strides with his passing. He's becoming quite the two-way player.
Here's Martin following the basket by Andrew Wiggins. The pass to Caldwell Pope. Offline with his three. Boston's gone 0 of 2 from... Wow, that was a strong dunk.
That is nice.
Andrew Wiggins should get a 10 for degree of difficulty. That was beautiful.
Here's Arcidiacono, defended by Sexton. Shot clock at 6. Martin inside. Millsap covering, and it's Martin missing.
No one near him on that one, and I'm not sure why he felt like he needed to fade away.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
The shot by Arcidiacono, no good. Celtics on offense. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Sexton with it. Working on Martin. And out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession.
And let's take a look now at LeVert's numbers. Some last season stats for him. Put up about 13 points per, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And it's always nice to be able to bring a shooter like him off the bench.
Well, hard to win if you can't get points productivity, and that's what makes this guy valuable to that second unit.
Green, no luck.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. And the Hornets call time here. Well, at 6'7" Doris, Karis LeVert describing himself as a point/shooting guard.
Well, why not? Because his slashing ability, his blinding speed off the dribble is really what makes him problematic. His burst is special, and it doesn't matter if he's going left or right.
Zizic has checked in for Hayes. Shots good by Green.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by Boston.
44 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. That one wide left.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Arcidiacono, the pass to Martin. Pass to Caldwell Pope. It's good. This game is all even. Caldwell Pope's got 7 points.
All right, defensively now, you've got to find a way to slow this guy down because he's putting it to you.
Now here's Wiggins. Out left to the wing. Here's Sexton. Offensive rebound. Millsap. Tie game here in Charlotte. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And let's quickly break down the game, guys. We've been watching from the Hornets.
Well, look at the turnover ratio, then look at the score. Easy to see what happened in that first period.
Offensively, they took care of the ball, and defensively, they forced a number of miscues.
And so Sexton will bring it up for Boston. And now brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the floor for Boston, Wiggins is out there with Washington. Then there's Karis LeVert. Then there's Sexton. And it's Millsap in at the 5 spot. Now here's Caldwell Pope. Here's Arcidiacono. And he uses the glass on the layup. Arcidiacono's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Hornets. Pass to Wiggins. Back to Sexton. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Fades back. Washington, that's good. Washington's got it all tied up now for the Celtics.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Outside, Martin. Here's Zizic. LeVert defending. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And the foul goes against Boston. Doris, there is nothing like opening night in the NBA. Every fan base just teeming with optimism for the upcoming season.
I think all of us are just so thrilled to have NBA basketball back. There's no losses in the losing column. Everybody's happy. Let's tip it off and go.
And guys have that little step, and these first weeks of the season are always exciting.
Oh, no doubt. Everybody's bursting with enthusiasm. Players are fresh.
And the Celtics rebounding well this summer. From the loss of Kyrie Irving and Al Horford, Kemba Walker possibly a better fit for this team.
And with their young core, understandable that they didn't want to extend Horford out to age 37. A revamped roster, but I think they remain a contender in the East.
And so he makes both from the line. Boston trailing. Outside, Walker. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by, and he makes that one.
That right there is as good a screen as you will see, and no one rotates defensively to pick up the open man.
Well, you have to give credit to Kemba Walker, who has always found ways to improve his game year after year. Has worked on that shot and tool set enough where he can now be a handful to defend for any guard.
On the free throw, no good. And with Walker, as he has progressed as a player, you know, Greg, so has his leadership.
And Kemba has been a natural leader for so long during his time. When a leader puts in the work that Kemba does, it has to inspire the rest of that roster.
And here's Walker, following Russell Westbrook's 3. And they call an illegal screen here.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Now here's Westbrook. He has 6. And finished off by Westbrook.
I tell you, there's a tenacity to his driving ability that is almost awe-inspiring. Go ahead, Russell.
Walker against Westbrook. A floater. Walker's shot is off. Hornets leading by 5. Some firepower from this offense tonight.
Yeah, they got a nice groove going right now offensively. It really turned it around here in the second quarter after shooting less than 40% from the field in the first.
Here's Wanamaker. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Here's Tatum. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
I love when Jason Tatum is aggressive to score the basketball. He does a tremendous job keeping his focus.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
And when you shoot 86 from the line like he did last season, you usually cash in on those opportunities.
And that one falls for Tatum.
What's incredible to me is the first time Jason Tatum stepped between the lines as an NBA player, he had a willingness to take on the responsibility of being a go-to scorer, even in the tough moments.
Offensive rebound. Biombo, the pass to Hachimura. And stolen by Wiggins. Here's Wanamaker, and the powerful one-handed slam.
Well, late rotation by the defense, and Wiggins has the vision to find the open man.
Robinson passes to Biombo. Dishes it to Westbrook. Misses the three.
Well, they have the advantage, but you still feel like this guy needs to find a way to get himself going.
And out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession. Hayes, he's checked in for the Hornets. Marcus Smart's checked in for Boston. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Westbrook kicks to Hayes. Pass to Robinson. Here's Hachimura. Covered by Wiggins. Down to 5 on the shot clock. A floater. Hachimura, no good.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
Here's Hayes. Offensive rebound. And it's Westbrook missing. For Boston, they come into this one following a loss to the Bucks. Wow, hammering it in.
Well, no one rotates over. Andrew Wiggins makes them look silly at the rim.
Outside Westbrook. There's the pass to Hachimura. And denied. He sends it right off the glass.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered. What I love about Marcus Smart is every single trip up the floor, this guy is going to be in your grill, and it cannot be a pleasant experience to have this man guarding you.
And the first one drops. And that defensive pressure of Smart will wear you down, Doors, over the course of a game.
Kevin, it takes its toll because his combination of athleticism, strength, and motor makes him an absolute monster on the defensive end.
And so, Smart nails both of them.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
And the Hornets call time here. Or sometimes what was once considered a negative becomes a positive. For example, tweeners are now looked at as very valuable assets and very versatile assets.
Yeah, Kev, no doubt. Like, think about how much the game has changed for players like Draymond Green, who was so integral to the success of the Golden State Warriors. Here is a young guy who was considered at one point coming out of college for the power forward and center spot, too small to play the position. But as the NBA has downsized, as it's gotten smaller and faster, Draymond Green can be as important as any other player on a roster.
See the stat sheet here on Enes Kanter. Last year, getting it done. 14th in rebounding. And he was in the top 20 in field goal percentage. Able to create offense with tremendous efficiency.
Yeah, we talked about how strong he was on the boards, going hard at it at both ends last year, really helping out his team. And out of Japan, a real interesting prospect. Hachimura, especially now that he can stretch the floor.
Yeah, he found the three ball in his last year of college, hit over 40%. You combine that with the size, the motor, he is really versatile, and I feel like he's putting it all together.
Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls.
And although he started playing the game later in life, Hachimura has picked it up well, and exciting young player to watch.
That one is no good.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Well, if he gets near the cup, Jason Tatum will leave no doubt. Woo-hoo!
Here's Hayes after the basket by Boston. Here's Westbrook. They grab their own miss and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And while we've got this moment here now, let's take a look at last season's leaders in converting turnovers into points. 5th on the list, the Celtics.
And this team, in terms of scoring off of turnovers, that became the identity. I mean, they really look to disrupt and cause problems defensively, and boy, do they take advantage on the other end.
First free throw is good.
What you want from a guy who's going to be a defensive specialist is understand your role, be ferocious, and be aggressive. And that's what you get with Bismack Biyombo.
That misses, so he splits the free throws. On offense, here are the Celtics. They've got a 13-2 run going. A nice shot by Tatum.
I think there's a strength that belies that frame of Jason Tatum. He just powers right through right there.
Westbrook scanning the floor. Pass to Hachimura. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
Teardrop shot. Hayes the pass to Biyombo. Hayes trying to break free. Biyombo, no luck. Celtics leading by 6. Inside, Tatum. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Biyombo's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Westbrook. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
You must respect the strength of Russell Westbrook. Boy, even when you foul him, he can still finish. Boy, when you look back on Russell Westbrook's career, the athleticism at the point guard position, borderline absurd. The power, the speed with which he moves on the floor, boy, you just don't see it that consistently.
Celtics making a switch here. Paul Millsap is checked in for Cantor. Washington comes in for Tatum. LeVert's checked in for Andrew Wiggins. And it's Sexton in for Kemba Walker. And with Westbrook and his elite athleticism, Doris, it can be seen in his great statistics.
Well, you don't average 30 points a game in the NBA unless you can absolutely blow past defenders like Russell Westbrook. Gosh, the strength in his legs allows him to fight for rebounds. He is so productive from the point guard position. It's extraordinary. That's the idea. You work the ball into that area. It's a sweet spot.
Outside, Green. He dishes it to Hayes. Outside, Martin. He kicks it to Westbrook. Charlotte again missing. And here's Boston. They're on a 17-5 run. Here's Sexton. Good, and Smart gets the assist. And it's a 7-point Boston lead.
How about the soft touch on the floater from Colin Sexton? You must have that in your arsenal.
Passes to Hayes. At the elbow, Green. Kicks it to Martin. From deep. LeVert grabs the miss.
And maybe he thinks he has that type of range, but I'm not sure who'd agree with him.
I think we have to check his sanity because there's a number of better options on the floor.
Westbrook with it. He's got 11. Shoots a three. Drains it from beyond the arc. Westbrook's got 11 points in the quarter.
Boy, Westbrook has really improved that perimeter game. He has honed it, and it is sharp.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. It's the Celtics leading by 4. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thank you. Andrew, the energy and effort were apparent throughout that first half. How were you able to do it?
We had a good practice, working hard, really putting things together. Keep doing it, we can come up with a W.
Hey, thanks for your time. We appreciate it. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Boston found themselves in a close game in the first. Nothing seemed to give way on either side of the scoring column as they wrapped up the period all knotted up. If you look at the second quarter scoring, they had a small edge. They really hung tough as we got close to halftime. Kenny, what's your take on Boston so far?
Well, their playmakers are showing up tonight, seeing the court well, moving the basketball. That's why they had so many assists in the first half. And they're not just relying on ISO plays to generate points.
And big fella, your thoughts on the Hornets?
Well, they had a strong perimeter game. See, Ernie, when this team executes from long range, those weapons spread out of defense. Coming out in the second half, if those shooters are hot, they got a great chance to take control of this game.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Russell Westbrook really making a difference here.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on them from deep here. You talk about dialed in.
Well, the break certainly didn't have a cooling effect on him at all. He's in a great rhythm, looking comfortable and confident.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Boston leading by 4. Russell Westbrook out there with Robinson. Then it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And there's Bismack Biyombo. And it's Hachimura in at the power forward position. So that's the Hornets 5. And it's good, 2 points. Hachimura's got 7.
We know that Russell Westbrook will have the ball in his hands and initiate their offense. And how about that superior passing?
And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And so it's Charlotte with it. And here's Caldwell-Pope. He brings it up for the Charlotte Hornets. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. Westbrook kicks to Caldwell-Pope. And another 3 for Charlotte.
And the three-pointer, a big part of KCP's game. About half his shots come from out there.
Outside Tatum. Over Caldwell-Pope. Tatum's shot is off. Charlotte has gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Hachimura the pass to Robinson. Westbrook against Smart. Clock at 6. Here's Caldwell-Pope. The shot off that time. Excellent D from Cancer. Boston trailing. Smart deciding where to go with it. The 10-footer. And no good. Now Charlotte takes it the other way.
Boy, that makes them 0 for 3 to start the second half. Not the start you were hoping for here.
Got a piece of it.
Well, really improving as a defender. Jason Tatum has those long arms to redirect shots. Boy, yet another missed opportunity here. Whatever they've talked about at halftime, it's not working.
Boston's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Pass to Smart. And here's Kanter. And here's Walker outside. Boston again missing.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of that.
And the foul called on Paul Millsap. That is his first foul of the game. And the Hornets making a change here. Zizic has checked in. And a change for the Celtics. Brad Wanamaker's checked in for Smart. Here's Hachimura. He has 7. Outside Westbrook. Here's the 3. And Kanter pulls it down. Kanter's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Floats one. 2 points. That one goes. And the Celtics lead by 1. Guys, what a back-and-forth game this has been.
And that's already resulted in 7 lead changes.
So here's Westbrook. He's got 14. And again, the Hornets missing.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that. You know, you think back to the history of players in the NBA, and who can match up to the intensity of Russell Westbrook. This guy goes full speed, 100% every second he's on the floor, and regardless of how you rate Westbrook, you have got to admire what he brings nightly.
The Celtics shooting straight 49% from the field. Walker the pass to Kanter. And the pass to Millsap. Here's Wanamaker, guarded by Robinson. And Wanamaker gets it to go. And Doris with Westbrook. That competitive fire, an edge he plays with, can rub some opponents the wrong way.
It can, Kevin, and to be honest, Russell Westbrook probably wants it exactly that way. He's beloved by so many retired players because to them he brings that old school NBA mentality.
So it's the Celtics now, following the score by Charlotte, and Walker kicks to Tatum. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Tatum's got 11.
Well, the increasing strength of Jason Tatum is making it harder to knock him off his path. That is nice.
Charlotte calls timeout. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
So it's both teams making substitutions here.
Looking now at some numbers for Sexton, how he performed last season. He put in about 16 points a game last year, 3 assists and 3 rebounds. And when he takes over at the point, he really keeps the offense flowing.
Well, this is a guy who brings a solid skill set. Excellent ball handler, high level of playmaking, the perfect backup point.
Here's Sexton following the bucket by the Hornets. Pass to Washington. It's LeVert on the wing. Here's Tatum. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Martin finds Caldwell Pope. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Great D that time from Tatum. Gets the 14-footer to fall. Tatum's got 4 points now in the quarter. A lot of switching on every possession in the NBA from a defensive standpoint, and you see the way Doris offenses are adjusting to that.
Yeah, I think number one, you have to attack the switch. That's first and foremost. And it's an interesting balance between attacking and being patient. Because the one thing you're ultimately seeking in every switch is a favorable matchup for yourself. That's where a critical thinking guard who knows where to find and put the ball is so critical to your success.
That's a good way to look at it. And he makes the first.
And the former Hoya Green, a rangy forward who can both score and defend from all areas of the floor.
Hayes, he's checked in for Charlotte. Both free throws good from Green. And Jeff Green, now a journeyman veteran in the NBA. But you know what, Doris? He'll give you good production.
It doesn't matter, Kevin, where you seem to play this guy. Jeff Green finds a way to contribute. Listen, I know his three-point shooting can be hot and cold, but this guy is aware of when to look for it and when to move the basketball. Two qualities you love.
For Charlotte, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway. Arcidiacono, the pass to Hayes. The dish to Green. Got a piece of it and stolen by Tatum. Here's Sexton. It's deflected and they're able to recover. Washington, that's good. Washington's got his third basket of the night right there. Charlotte has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. Martin dishes to Hayes. And a look now at the Celtics' upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll take on John Wall and the Washington Wizards. Then on Sunday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Chicago against the Bulls. First one falls for him. Russell Westbrook's checked in for Ryan Arcidiacono. Hayes hits them both. And so Sexton will bring it up for Boston. Passes it to Washington. On the wing, Wiggins. He kicks to Sexton. 6 to shoot. Back to LeVert. Lets it go with the 3. Hornets with the rebound. Now Green. He has 6. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Is on Colin Sexton.
Boy, how hard does Russell Westbrook attack the defense in the paint? He is fantastic at forcing the issue.
And this will be his second and third shots at the line here.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
The free throw drops for Russell Westbrook.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Marcus Smart's checked in for Karis LeVert. Both shots good from the stripe.
So, Kevin, Russell Westbrook wins the 2017 MVP award. Does he relax and rest on his laurels? Heck no. This guy is just striving for greatness. I love it.
Now here's Tatum. 13 points in the game. Here's Washington. From deep three-point range, the long distance 3 is buried. Washington's got the game tied up here for the Celtics. Now here's Westbrook. 18 points for him. Fires for three. Drains the three-pointer. Westbrook's got 7 points for the quarter. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Hornets lead by 3. We'll be back shortly live from Spectrum Center. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
And, Greg, nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. On the court for the Celtics, they've got Colin Sexton. Wiggins is out there with Tatum. Then it's Marcus Smart, and it's Washington in at the 5 down low. They get the rebound.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And that one's good. Wiggins.
There's a certain resiliency to this team, and you're starting to see it.
No doubt, Greg. Keeping it very close. They're going to have to step up even more to get over the hump here.
Now here's Hicks. Outside Westbrook. Pass to Green. 3-pointer. And once again off the mark by Charlotte. The Celtics shooting at 51%. Really solid. Sexton the pass to Washington. Tatum on the wing. To take the lead. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Biombo's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Green kicks to Caldwell Pope. He feeds it to Biombo. Charlotte moving the ball around. Caldwell Pope outside. Over Wiggins. And once again off the mark by Charlotte. Boston's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. A miss that time would have put him up.
And you can tell right there the defense is totally fine with him shooting that. That's not his game.
Westbrook dishes to Caldwell Pope. The kick out to Westbrook. Over Smart. Westbrook no good. For Boston, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. And it's Wiggins missing. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Hornets. Nothing doing offensively yet for them in the fourth. Outside Westbrook. And there's the pass to Caldwell Pope. Another miss by Caldwell Pope.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Now, here's Sexton. Washington passes to Tatum. A fader. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Here's Westbrook. Charlotte again missing.
After the strong first half, this guy has not been the same, and largely a no-show right here.
Outside Tatum. Westbrook with the steal, and stolen by Tatum. Back to Sexton. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Wiggins. Biombo with the block.
Well, Biombo's calling card, right? A terrific shot blocker. Boy, put it in his vicinity. He's sending it back.
Hachimura, he's checked in for Charlotte. Robinson comes in for Green. Then for the Celtics, Cantor, he's checked in for Washington. Millsap comes in for Tatum, and Walker subbed in for Sexton. Now here's Westbrook, and Kemba Walker is going to pick up a foul. That's his third foul of the game. Outside Westbrook. Count it, and the foul. Paul Millsap picks one up.
Boy, the explosion, the body control, Westbrook doing damage right now.
And the free throw is good, now leading by 1. For Boston, they've gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Cantor with it. Back to Walker. Great D that time from Westbrook. Charlotte's gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15. Unloads. Rebounded by the Celtics. Cantor's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot. Boy, for all the talent Andrew Wiggins brings to the table, you wonder what his assessment of the 2018-19 season is. Obviously, he took a step back in terms of his production, and I think that had a lot to do with his lack of consistency with his shot. He's got a ton of talent. Let's see where it takes him.
Free throw good, Wiggins. And with Wiggins, Doris, and his struggles last year, he seemed to be relying more on his outside shot.
You wonder if Wiggins feels the pressure of an NBA that now so heavily emphasizes that three-point shooting. But his strength, to me, is putting the ball on the deck, attacking the rim, and relentlessly going at defenders. He's got to get back to that.
Now Walker, after Westbrook's missed 3. Pass to Millsap. Clock at 6. Outside, Walker launches it, connects from three-point range. And it's a 5-point Celtic lead.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Charlotte's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Outside Westbrook. It's Robinson high post. Hachimura the pass to Westbrook. And the Hornets miss again.
If you want to cut into a lead, you have got to trust your teammates and move the ball.
That one good for 2. Smart's got the lead up to 7 now for Boston.
Really, really good possession there. They've never lost their focus, even as the game's gotten tight.
You know, a few more possessions like that one, and they can put the finishing touches on this game. They just have to have effective trips like that one.
Now, here's Walker, following the miss by Russell Westbrook. And it's Wiggins missing. Here's Hachimura. Millsap covering. Westbrook, no good.
When you're not in rhythm with the 3-ball, why do you keep firing from there?
Walker looking for an opening. Passes it to Millsap. Over Caldwell-Pope. Millsap misses. Hornets trail by 7. Caldwell-Pope passes to Westbrook. No good. And they can't put an end to this drought. Celtics have gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the fourth quarter. Got a piece of it. And Walker kicks to Millsap. Back to Walker. Fires the 3. They get it again. Cantor. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Well, Cantor does a great job boxing guys out. He uses that frame to get excellent position.
So a whole new group on the floor now for Charlotte. The Celtics also with a sub. Tatum, he's checked in for Wiggins.
One shot.
And that one misses.
What you love about him, Cantor, to me, is every night he's capable of a double-double. He's an efficient low-post scorer and a determined rebounder. This guy can play now. Let's make no mistake.
And that one's good. Arcidiacono.
No issues on that one. Good work all around.
And it's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for Boston. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. It's tipped, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Walker. And the Hornets call time here. They trail by 7. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And a little late to implement a plan B. This game is a wrap.
Well, I think he might just want to remind these guys, hey, let's finish the game the right way.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Jason Tatum.
And as you'd expect, he's done most of his damage in that low block. I mean, that was the game plan, to get it to him in the paint and just let him go to work. And boy, has the big fella delivered. He has just killed them down low.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. Wanamaker the pass to Tatum. And so it's the Boston Celtics with the W. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Andrew, an impressive win for you guys. How will you look back on tonight?
It feels great, I think the whole team played great. We shared the ball, we grabbed rebounds, we made big possessions, so I think it was a great game.
Hey, Andrew, congrats again. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long and good night, everyone.